Elton John, 76, has suffered a number of ailments through the years, the most recent forcing him to take a break from his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. In 2021, the Rocket Man singer was forced to postpone the tour after a fall on his hip. He shared the news of his injury and imminent operation on Instagram. "At the end of my summer break I fell awkwardly on a hard surface and have been in considerable pain and discomfort in my hip ever since. Despite intensive physio and specialist treatment, the pain has continued to get worse and is leading to increasing difficulties moving. I have been advised to have an operation as soon as possible to get me back to full fitness and make sure there are no long-term complications. I will be undertaking a program of intensive physiotherapy that will ensure a full recovery and a return to full mobility without pain." In 2022, Elton was pictured in a wheelchair at Leipzig airport. While this concerned some fans, he responded, "I want to thank all my fans for reaching out to ask about my health, after the tabloids ran a silly story about my looking frail in a wheelchair." After another rousing 2.5-hour show, we arrived at Leipzig airport just before curfew, to find part of the airport had closed. It was an extremely long walk to get to the plane, so my team kindly laid on a wheelchair so I could rest my hip after doing the show. That's all, folks. In his 2019 autobiography Me, Elton shared he had prostate cancer and was 24 hours from death after catching an infection following surgery. He had been touring South America in 2017 when he had to be rushed home to the UK after feeling worse than I ever had in my life. The star wrote, "I was taken to King Edward VI's Hospital in London, where I had a scan. I was told that my condition was so serious, the hospital didn't have the equipment to cope with it. I had to be moved to the London clinic. By 2:30 p.m., I was on the operating table, having more lymphatic fluid drained, this time from my diaphragm. For 2 days afterwards, I was in intensive care. When I came round, they told me I'd contracted a major infection in South America, and that they were treating it with massive intravenous doses of antibiotics." Elton underwent several MRI scans and other procedures and added his husband David Furnish was told he was 24 hours from death. In an interview with Graham Norton in 2019, he said, "I literally had to learn to walk again. I was extremely sick. Luckily I survived it. Now I am fine. But there are very few bits of me left. There is no hair, a pacemaker, there are no tonsils, there is no prostate, there is no appendix. I have had kidney stones. I am like the Bionic Woman. I am like Lindsay Wagner or Steve Austin. Whichever one you want to call it."